Hello, hello. It's Veru, and we're back in Shadowrun. We just finished our last mission. Hey, what's this dude? He's new. Who are you? Disheveled man and filthy rags, teachers. Oh, I have a poem. I'll read that first. I was just so curious. Never seen that guy before. Okay. This is a poem about our finished mission. What can't be kept quiet is killed. Who can't be kept compliant is stilled, a bitter pill to swallow as we follow leads, chasing crimson beads down drains, inflicting pain to find a beast who kills for gain, only to decide at last that the beast is merely greed. Political plays, betrayals of faith, a salty songbird laid to waste all for expediency, but the ghoul, though blind, is seeing things all too clearly, exacting a revenge that costs would-be thieves dearly, not as dear as a price he'd charge cheerfully. Had I not intervened, solved the case, stopped a scene, saved some lives, and got a ghoul on my team. Okie doke, and let's talk to this guy. You okay, dude?
Yeah, have to help me, man. I need your help.
What's the magic word?
Please, take a handsomely message from me.
I've never heard of that, dude. Why are you touching me, dude?
Steven Dynamite. Look, you gotta help me. I've been poisoned. A crap that Lee sold me, but the things in my head. Whenever I close my eyes, I see dark, narrow tunnels. So many hands grabbing razor sharp teeth, gnawing, and the children.
These sound like hallucinations, dude.
No, not exactly. More like nightmares. They feel very real. Teeth bite faces I knew.
You know, this whole nightmare thing it's not just you.
No, this isn't that. I'm telling you, I was poisoned. I know it. You'll help me, won't you?
Yeah, fine.
Then tell Lee what he's done to me. That I need relief. Tell him that I want.
What do you want?
I want my money back.
Okay.
Just please come back and please hurry.
Okay. Dude is not well. Hey, Maximum Law. How you gonna handle this? Your elders were corrupt. Maximum Law surveys the docks from beneath his meticulously patched tarpaulin. Goggled and belted with electronics, his arm folded, his expression stern, a sweat-drenched little king. His boat rocks gently. Hey, V, I was hoping you'd come around. You got a minute? What's up? Kindly have one poa burn your sin. Word is you're doing work for her, not normal, Lotus stuff. Shadow running. Yeah, I'm an unusual asset. Wicked! That's pretty ironclad, V. Pretty vicious. If you do good, you'll be noticed. Listen, if you got info about runs, I can make it worth something. We Wampoans call that kind of thing metadata. Wampoa likes to get word on the street from the active operators. Like credits? Yeah, I could hook you up with something. Maybe credits, maybe some sweet programs. But really, you gain face with Wampoa. That counts for a lot more than money. Augmented reality goggles aside, this gig gets really boring sometimes. You ever want to talk shop? I'm here. You know your elder.
I know! Those piss-drinking, pig-sucking. Oh. You know whose fault this is? She always had it in from Magpie because Magpie was a genius. That turbo-snoring woo-woo idiot and her lackeys almost destroyed the Wampoa network. They stringed the bones of those morons from the gutters with a bunch of monofilament wired from the blessed autofab. I heard all the rumors, but what's the full story? What do you know? We need to port this data out to the whole tribe. Yeah, I'll tell you the whole story. Oh, for real, man? This is gonna go in tribal lore, V. Here, this is a cred stick I keep on hand for when people have special information. Take it, you've earned it. I kinda wanna think now and share files. I don't want, I'm done. You gotta go? Okay, watch your back and shoot straight and all. I got things to do. I bet you do, dude. So what else is going on? What else is going on? Who the hell's this? Oh, who's that? Handsome Lee. I got a message for you, sir. You feel eyes upon you, blah de blah. He's wearing a nice suit, blah de blah. A newcomer, welcome. Handsome Lee's the name, purveyor of enhanced sensory experiences. I can tell that you've got some tales to tell. Yeah, I ran into someone who wants to talk to you. I think I can guess. Steven Dynamite? Yeah? Can you guess what his message is? From an avid consumer like Steven, there's only one possible message. More. Actually, there's two. The second one goes, my dealer poisoned me. With a myriad of drugs that Steven filters through his system, it's almost an honor to be singled out this way. That said, I seriously doubt that I poisoned him. Go ahead, though. Tell me what he wants. He wants his money back. There was absolutely nothing wrong with my latest creation. It was painstakingly designed to elevate the senses and titillate the spirit, a smooth high that I have indulged in myself. Now, if the unfortunate Steven happened to dilute my masterpiece with other lesser substances, I can hardly be held responsible. I'm not leaving here empty-handed, dude. Okay, well, there is no money, not anymore. I have expenses, just as I'm sure that you do, but here, give this to Steven with my regards. What's in the package? A freebie. It's what our dear Steven really wants, whether he'll admit it or not. Delivered with my compliments. Is it supposed to cure his nightmares? Of course not, but it will bring relief. And if I'm not mistaken, that's what Steven is itching for right about now, correct? Yeah, relief is the exact word that he used. I told you that I know Steven well enough to guess when he'll be desperate for another hit. So his addiction's the entire problem? No, I'm just not surprised to hear from him now, because it was time, but I can't explain these unusual dreams he's having. Anyway, take this, give it to him, it should help him, at least in the short term. Fine? Yeah? Bliss, huh? Who doesn't want some bliss? I probably wouldn't take a chemical called bliss, but I wouldn't say no to some, you know, general all-natural bliss. That sounds pretty doable. Did I already spend my karma? I did. What did I spend my karma on? Oh, I can see right here. Oh, well, there we go. Did I do... I think I must have done a point in body. And I might have upped all of this. In which case, I might have an extra spell slot. Hello. I'm relieved to see you. Thought you might not return. Can't trust anyone. This is a bad place. Yeah, you don't look so hot, dude. I don't want to sleep because of these nightmares. I'm ravenous, so ravenous, but food makes me ill. I've got the shakes real bad, too. I just want this to end. Anyway, thanks for talking to that little bastard for me. So, you got my money? He gave me drugs for you instead. Oh. You know, maybe you should get off drugs. It's purely circumstantial that I pick drugs as my escape. I'd seek out another dependency. I might as well take at least free hit. Packet, please? Yeah, that is crap, but I can't make you want to quit. I promise I'll start cutting back starting tomorrow, really. Really. Oh, man, this dude is... I wish I had strength 5.
Oh god, this is a hard choice. I'm gonna end up writing a poem about this. It's such a bad choice. Give him drugs or hold back from him. I mean, he's suffering. The drugs aren't a long-term solution, but I'm not sure. I can't do the strength check, which would probably be the thing that would lead to a longer-term solution. Fine. I want to ask about those dreams. Because I want to help you. They aren't ordinary dreams, visions. Okay. Talk to me about your dreams clearly. Yeah, you're moving through the slums, people jostling you, starving, children with burns, disfigured faces, teeth all around you. Why do you keep taking all these drugs? You need them, okay. You used to get your kicks from explosives, you love blowing stuff up, seeing glass splintering, blah, 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 blah. Now he's a drug addict. Were you in the military? No, he's a bomb maker. Were you a pyro? Okay. What did you think the bombs were for then? Okay. The soldiers were people? Only what? Bombs were used against civilian targets. That's pretty normal. He's from Guizhou. Sichuan had taken over much of the province. Pockets of resistance remain. There are big political struggles. Oh, they blew up his own village with his own bombs. Yeah, I think I get what's going on here. Oh, how are you ever going to make this go away? Well, you could, try to make amends. Do something to undo the harm. Yeah, go help some kids. Lots of families you could help out. In the end, you need to go home. Good. Yeah, think about it. You need to really do something. Aw. Good. Good for you, man. Ooh. Got anything new to say, Freddy? Rubber No, nothing so crude. With a phosphorus grenade disarmed him. Looking for a pat down? I'll be good. Yeah, you remember the family. Why are you letting some people in and searching others? Okay, it's a private club, has members, guests. Okay, so members get in, don't have to worry about things. Members will have the upper hand in a fight. Okay, so I'm a member? Yeah, okay, work for kindly, I'm a member. Good. Yep, okay. You run any business on the side? Okay. Don't know why I would ask that anyway. Like, I don't care if you run business on the side. It's got nothing. X-Flow. Who's X-Flow? This music, man. Selection here's total crap, but it's cheap. Okay. I was hoping for some classics. Tonic water in the fridge. Show season alky. Call me X-Flow. Maybe we can help each other. How do you mean? You smell like Shadowrunners. Great. You're saying I need a shower. I'm out here for work. You need any backup? I'm available. What's your speciality? A mystic adept. Physical adept magician. Throw spells and can kill with a touch. I'm rarer than unicorns. Okay. Got any good runner stories? Signed on some mercs. Lifting military software. Halo jump from a drone. Blast our way in. Turns out the army had contracted space security winter systems. Start getting cut apart before we even reach the cordon. Sounds like a suicide mission. It's a do or die situation. They owned too many debts. If they couldn't deliver, they'd have been killed. So we pushed in. 5 of us by the time we got to the main. One of the mercs was a rigger, hunkered down. Oh, and one of the APCs hadn't been properly locked down. Okay. Where are you from, anyway? Born and raised in Sydney, Australian elf here. Ever since I was 15, we've been traveling anywhere there's work, a whole lot of opportunities for a street kid whose only skills relate to beating people up. Lived in Paris, London, Vladivostok, Caracas, and Johannesburg. Cantonese is good. It's chipped, my only concession is cyberware. When you move around as much as I do, linguisofts pay for themselves pretty quickly. Not perfect, but they get the job done. You can get that in this world? I want that. I want to just be able to put a chip in and speak a language. That's amazing. Anyway, I don't care how you got into this life. Don't want drugs. Do I want guns? No, I don't need guns. I should go... Oh! I can do things. No, not that one. I guess all I can do is... got you. So, what is this? Does an additional 2 damage and bleeding, costs 1 AP, or defensive ability that gains 2 armor and 1 dodge. I suppose I could go for either one of these. I will probably... Do I want to ghoul him up or samurai him up? I feel like I want to ghoul him up. Anyone else getting stuff? Nope. Yep. Let's just check something real quick. I don't have any cyberware affinity, so no. Let's go see how the Go players are doing. Run! Run, Veru, run! Hey, Jane. Why, if it isn't the young one from before? Bah! Can't you see we're busy? You never mind him. Is there something else you need? Apparently not. Have a good one, guys. Any new spells? I should have a new spell slot, I believe. Hey, Crafty. I'd like to see your wares. No upgrades here. Let's see. Ooh, life siphon. Interesting. Lightning bolt. What do I actually have? I've got a mana bolt, strip armor, magical resistance. Let's X out of that. Anything else worth getting? Mind wipe. Ooh. Target ignores all enemies last 2 rounds. That's... I can cast it too. That's pretty good. It's 2 AP to basically disable someone for 2 rounds. Cooldown's 3 rounds though, which is a bit of a pain. Stun bolt might be more useful. So 6 damage, 15 damage total, and strips and armor. That's interesting. Don't have any conjuring ability, though if I did, I would totally get haste. More people with haste is just good. Ooh, look at all these fetishes. Shamanic Salve. Heals 4 base HP and a further 4 HP per round for 3 rounds. Well, that's actually pretty good. I'm not seeing any other spells here that make me go, ooh. Shananana. Cooldown 2. Does minus 1 AP to the target, but does it actually, like, does it remove that? How long does it remove it for? I don't know. Okay, so we're not going to get anything just now. Yes, bye. Let's go back to the boat and get paid. Maybe take a nap. Let's get paid. Jobs directory. Claim payment. The Wampoans tell me they've asked all the Council of Elders something to do with you exposing their efforts to cover up their own mess. It isn't the resolution I expected, but I think it's acceptable. If there's one thing I don't trust, it's people who won't pay what they owe. Thankfully, the Wampoans are more reliable than Ng and her allies, and so am I. Ooh, 1,400 million. Kidoke. Active jobs. Artifact. I might do artifact liberation next. Post pay data. Oh, I don't have any pay data. Claim payment for pay data. Ooh, more money. Yeah. Okie doke. Ooh. Poesy bash. Posy. Let the bashing begin. Poetry, people, not complaints. A thief on the run, a silencer in the dark. The rat shaman lurks. An unbound trickster. This shaman fears no peril. Wily coyote. Pulses of light glance off bright chrome. Translucent spheres encase my treasure. Mirrors and tubes and neon implode. Another day in the Matrix. Gossamer tresses. Infinity in your eyes. In your gaze. Very pointed ears. Gossamer like elves. Oh, graveyard creeper, ashen skin, spindly fingers, and claws freak me out. That must be a ghoul thing. Okay, you aren't doing this again. Got me. This board is for deckers who want to talk shop. There are plenty of other forms you can use for your stupid amateur poetry. Go find one. I think I've read these in previous games. These are pretty amusing. If you want to play this game, and you do get it, I highly recommend you do read these. But they're very, very wordy, and they don't really contribute anything to the plot. They're just a little bit of side lore, so I'm not going to include them. What is this? Trade opportunity, okay. Do some digging into Raymond's history. The less you find, further you go back. Can't find anything about Raymond before 2032. Come to the parlor. She's got a friend who wants to hire us. Okay. This is a recording. Doesn't matter if it's a bad time. Okay, dreams, nightmares. Go talk to Crafty. I've already talked to Crafty. Talked to Crafty. Talkated. Okay, so it's just one potential new job. If I go back there. Oh, I've already claimed my money for my run. I should be, maybe I'll get more shopping opportunities now. I'm not sure. Let's take a quick nap. You wake with a start, your limbs bound up in a sweaty tangle of linen bedsheets. An incredible sorrow swells in your chest. You feel empty, half-starved and alone. Fragmentary memories of a half-remembered dream flit through your mind. They're already fading away to nothing. Chase them. The walled city. Even cheaper than the old. Foundations rotted out. Buildings leaning into each other like a gang of drunken men. Air reeks of disgusting grossness. Nothing for you, shouldn't be there, but you're very hungry. If you keep moving, you'll get to eat. As you forced your way deeper into the walled city, locals stood at their windows and stared. Inexplicably, some of them dropped to their knees. You kept moving. You could see something in the distance, a silhouette, something enormous, at least twice the size of a troll, but delicate. It was beautiful. An explosion of warmth filled your chest, and you knew if only you could reach it, your problems would be over. She would make all of your sorrows disappear. You moved forward at a crawl, but the figure felt impossibly far away. You reached out, calling to her end, and then you woke up. The empty feeling in your stomach slowly fades, taking the strength and vibrance of the memories along with it. Fun? Hey, Duncan. I look good? Yeah, well, you look a bit leaner. Yeah. Dunkin' Donut. Running out of energy, walking upstairs. Yeah, okay. So he likes physical culture. I get that. I'm kind of pissed off at Raymond. Yeah.
But Ray's still the one who got us into this. But I still don't completely understand. What do you get out of being a Shadowrunner? I do like the freedom. Of course you're a cog. Everyone's a cog. Whether you're working for them, consuming their crap, getting brainwashed by news media that they control, voting for the people that they put in front of you, or being policed by people that they own, you're a cog. And you're the lowest kind of cog. A Shadowrunner. A disposable asset. Sinless. Slithering through the cracks of society, doing jobs that are too dirty for the corpse to do themselves. You don't even appear on a corporate balance sheet. Fight the power. Fight the power! I've never heard a story where a Shadowrunner did something other than kill someone, steal something, or penetrate some other sort of shady shit. But good luck with that. You gonna get crumbed up? Cyber? Oh my god, how many times are you gonna ask me that? Till you give me a satisfying answer. I told you one time I was thinking about it when I was 13. Let it go. I'm not gonna pollute my body with that crap. You? I'm a mage, remember? Chrome and magic go together like crude oil and peanut butter. It's a good thing, by the way. Better to keep yourself whole and in touch with the world around you. I may not have magic, but I know that's true. Okay, well, what, you want to talk? You're not acting like the one... Why'd you become a cop? You needed structure because you've got anger issues. Guilt side to... Never told me that before. You seem to have a control when we were together. Yeah, living with Ray. You were violent. I'm the brains? Yeah, of course I am. I'm a mage. Following your lead. You didn't have to make decisions. Then I left. You had to make decisions. You had anger management. What you needed was a drill sergeant. So you went and joined the police. So... bit bummed about that. So it looks like Carter managed to get him out of his violent streak and get him to start thinking about things a little bit deeper than just cracking heads. Sounds like a good woman. Good person, too. You can always step back onto the reservation. You don't have to be a crazy psycho. Yeah? Well, she's right. Go on. What were you doing before I got thrown in that corp facility? You said you had a friend who was in a bind, but that was all you could say. How'd it go? Well, let's say we're not friends anymore. Let's talk later. I'm not that concerned. Right by the fishy smell. How long have I been recording? That's the big problem with this game series, is everything goes much longer than I would like. Okie doke. I might start in the future just cutting out some of the talking points and then just giving you feedback on them, like I'm doing now. I mean, I do enjoy doing the voices, but it's a lot of extra time, and I feel like, in a sense, it's kind of drawing these videos out unnaturally. Okie doke. Nice to see you too, Isabel. You're on the screen. Any thoughts about that last run? Okay, you don't want to talk. Yeah, I don't want to talk to you. Hey, Gabbit. I love you, Gabbit. You're the best. Hey, Seattle. Oyster? Sure, why not? Good, right? I've eaten worse. Yeah, exactly, right? It may not be fine dining, but it's seafood, and it isn't made of soy. That makes it good in my book. So, what can I do for you? I'm here to... You said you're going to teach me to be a better Shadowrunner, so, yeah. No dice, Wizenmanner. You offered, now pay up. Okay, how about this? I'll tell you a story about a run gone bad. You tell me what you've done in the runner's place, and we'll compare notes on your answer. How does that sound? You tell me. Right, it sounds good. Of course it does. So, that's what we'll do. Okay, so this is a story from early in my career. I was a part of a team here in Hong Kong, but I did some occasional moonlighting for another group based out of Macau. I was a busy kid. So you're like 12? You say that like I couldn't have been. When I was 12, I could have destroyed you. And also, I was 16. Practically an adult in orc years. We grow up fast. Anyway, the job was a hit on this tower, sort of a trid, multiplex / apartment complex. I'm sure they've got them in Seattle too. You know the kind. 7 huge screens, monster concession stand, coffin apartments on tops, like barnacles on a whale. Yeah, I used to go to one of those. Good. You know what I'm talking about then. Our client wanted us to break into one of the apartments. The story was that an ex of hers, a guy named Boggs, lived there. She'd been cooped up with him until about a week prior, then things went sour in a big way. She wanted us to get back some things that Boggs kept when he kicked her out. Scared the shit out of him, bloody him up a bit, make it look like a robbery, you know the drill. So smash and grab. Yeah, it was a pretty bush league gig, but the pay was decent enough, not the sort of thing you'd turn down. So anyway, Sibilance, that was our group leader, had a plan. We knew that we had to go in quiet because the Metroplex had a panic system wired directly to the Hong Kong police force. If we'd gone in shooting, we'd been drowning cops within 10 minutes. Sib thought we could maybe take advantage of the apartment's terrible soundproofing and kick in Boggs' door when the movie got loud. We'd camp out near his doorway, wait for the ceiling to start raining plaster, then smash our way in with the neighbors none the wiser. This sounds kind of familiar. Yeah, it's pretty close to what John Wilkes Booth did when he assassinated Lincoln. Sib was an amateur historian, used to bore the rest of us to tears, but I guess that it could occasionally come in handy. So we waited in the hall, just like Sibilance planned. We had a guy on the elevator, another at the stairs. I was waiting by the floor's communal kitchen. Sib took up a position by the door. She had those cyber legs that she dumped like a ton of Nuyen into. Hydraulic jacks, strength enhancements, the works. Girl could probably leg press a dump truck. Come to think of it, most of her plans involved kicking things. Something a little sad about that. Focus. Right, the story, right. So we heard a boom from downstairs, felt the walls shake with the reverb. Sib wheeled back and gave the door a massive kick, just as she planned. From where I was standing, I really couldn't see what happened next. I could hear a massive crack as her boot slammed into Duraplast. The door flew off its hinges. Exploded off might be a more accurate phrase. A second later, we heard an ungodly crash. There was a moment of silence, then Sib let out this little gasp. The apartment was in shambles. It looked like a hurricane had hit it. Everything was trashed. Everything but the door, which was miraculously still in one piece. Remember that this was a coffin apartment. It wasn't much wider than the door was to begin with. And Boggs, well, what was left of him was under the door, too. Oh, no. Yeah, it wasn't good. Boggs was dead, and the stuff that we'd been sent there to recover had been smashed to bits. And then the building alarm went off. So that's the situation. Our payday is smashed, my temporary teammates are all standing about with stupid looks on their faces, the cops are coming, I'm standing by the kitchen. What would you have done in my place? I'd improvise, for sure. Good thinking. As it happens, there was, and I knew just what to do with it. The thought popped in my head, and I just went with it. That's a lesson to remember, Seattle. The first answer that you come up with is almost always the best one you're going to have, so just roll with it. Don't second guess yourself. Don't hesitate, just act. You'll live longer that way. Now, when I think crowded theater, I think place where you can't shout fire because it'll cause a panic. And then I thought, cops don't charge into burning buildings. They help people get out of them. And as it happened, I had the means to create real, genuine fire sitting right across from me. A pair of industrial ovens. Yeah, okay. Right? It was clearly the best available option. I opened the gas vents wide, set the range on a timer, and motored back into the hallway. The others had started arguing amongst themselves. I told them to snap out of it and follow me down into the lobby. We have to clear the hallway before an errant spark takes the whole floor out, I said. Sounded pretty reasonable to me. Unfortunately, the rest of the group wouldn't listen. Sib and the rest of the team were too busy arguing about the relative merits of her let's kick things really hard and see what happens tactical system to want anything to do with me. I shouted back to them the kitchen was going to explode and continued down the hallway. Just like I'd planned, I got out of that run in one piece. So did every single one of the people in that multiplex. My fire plan worked perfectly. If the rest of the team had listened to me, they might have gotten out of the building too. Kind of a bummer that they didn't, but at least the run turned out well for me. What? Well, I couldn't collect any pay because the run had been a disaster, but after the explosion, I got to ride in the front of the fire truck, and they gave me cookies and a blanket. I wound up dating one of those firemen a few weeks later. All things considered, it could have gone a lot worse. I love you, Gobbit. I love you, Gobbit. You're my favorite. So, Seattle. Tell me, what was the moral of the story? What lesson was I trying to convey? Go with your gut? That's right. Trust your impulses and don't be afraid to wing it. Almost any action is better than no action at all. Once you've committed to doing something, you've got to follow it through, though. No arguing or hand-wringing, just do it. If you get caught up in your own head, agonizing over past mistakes, well, don't be surprised if you wind up dead. A kitchen fire can take you down as easily as a cop's bullet if you stand around and let it. Are you sure that they're actually dead? No, they weren't with me when I got evacuated with the rest of the moviegoers. I never saw them leave the building, and I haven't heard from them since. I guess it's possible that somebody made it, but I don't really run in those circles anymore. Odds are good that if anyone from the Macau team did survive, they'd have died off by now from sheer incompetence. Shadowrunning is an unforgiving business. You don't get to make too many mistakes. Okay, did any of this stuff actually happen? Seattle! I'm hurt. It all went down exactly like I said it did. Well, except for a couple of embellishments here and there, but they make it a better story, artistic license and all that. Hate to break it to you, kiddo, but I'm beat. It's been a long day. Lesson's over for now. We'll pick it back up next time. What are you calling kiddo? I'm older than you are. Yeah, whatever. Scurry along now. Your mentor needs her rest. Oh? Okay. A couple more people to talk to, and then we'll get in position, go get that. Oh, hey, Rector. What's up? Ah, my friend. Welcome back. There. That's better. Now, what can I do for you? Any thoughts about the last run? The Wampons may be a socially maladjusted group, but I find their philosophies quite compelling. I suspect there is a fair amount of overlap between their vision of the future and my own. Your decision to spare their elders was a fortuitous one. I look forward to communicating with them at length about their belief system and the steps that they are taking in accordance with it. Something to look forward to, I suppose. Now, what would you have of me? How are you getting along with everyone else? Perfectly well, thank you. They all seem competent enough, and there haven't been any major personality conflicts so far. So long as they continue performing to an acceptable standard, I can see no reason not to continue our arrangement. It's good to run with a team again. Okay, what do you think of them personally? They're fine, I suppose. All fine. Goppet is quite charming, Isobel keeps to herself, and Duncan is doing his best in a bad situation. Gaichu is quite intriguing. I'm very pleased that the team is willing to overlook his unfortunate condition. Many in the shadows wouldn't be. And that, I'm afraid, is all that I have to say. Apologies if you are looking for more. Can I ask you a few questions? No, I don't mind. Not at all. I can't promise that my answers will satisfy your curiosity, of course, but you may certainly ask. What was it like growing up in Russia? Tumultuous, Euro wars? Yeah. My country was the instigator of the first Euro war back in '30. I remember the rhetoric, the hardships of living under a wartime economy, the rampant xenophobia that took hold. I remember how we all cheered when our forces invaded Poland. 3 months. That was all it took for our military to crush what meager resistance the Poles could bring to bear. It was quite the source of national pride at home. I remember our drive into Germany and the desperate bid to reclaim the eastern portion of that country for ourselves. Just think about the symbolic significance of such an act, an audacious move, to be sure. But Secretary Kropunen was determined to make history. Audacious move? Yes, that's right. And the deaths of tens of thousands of people and the destruction of the infrastructure and economy of nearly 40 million others. These are impressive numbers, yes? And they represent a tragedy on the grand scale, but nations at war seldom concern themselves with such things. I believe that Kropunen was more concerned with the opinions of his own people than he was with his place in history books. And in truth I cannot fault him for this. For the 4 months that the war lasted, he did bring the country together.
But alas, the Night Wraith incident put an end to our march and sent our forces into full retreat. Night Wraith? British-made fighter bombers with stealth capabilities. Very state-of-the-art, very powerful. At least that's what they were purported to have been. Nobody has ever come forward to accept responsibility for the attack. Regardless of who was behind it, the result was the same. Wave upon wave of bombings that targeted our forces and the Germans alike. Coupled with the assassinations of dozens of military leaders, a devastating, synchronized operation expertly carried out over the course of a single night. At home, viral attacks shut down our power grids. Hundreds of thousands of Russian homes found themselves without heat or electricity in the dead of winter. I remember huddling under a mountain of cheap blankets that my mother had piled up on my bed. They did little to protect me from the cold, but they were something that I could hang on to. Something tangible that I associated with warmth and comfort and home. There, as my body trembled and I watched my breath rust over, a horrible truth descended upon me. We had caused this. We were the villains of the First Euro War. For the first time I came face to face with what Kropunen's folly had brought us, and there, under that ridiculous heap of rags, I came to realize what would surely come to pass. The world thought us villains, and so they would treat us like villains. We would be pariahs on the international stage, crippled by retributive sanctions. We would never live down the shame. And then the AFA invaded Greece and Spain, sparking off Euroworld 2. We redeployed our troops to help repel them, and all was made right again. You must still had enemies in Poland and Germany. Oh, we were still regarded with suspicion, of course, but all of Europe might have fallen if it hadn't been for our help. In essence, we took back our reputation at gunpoint. Not an ideal solution, I admit, but it worked. Within the span of 4 months, we Russians had gone from nobodies to a terrible threat to unlikely saviors in the eyes of the Western world. Studying exactly how this happened has taught me a great deal about human psychology and social dynamics. Okay, well, got something out of it. Indeed, there are lessons everywhere, if only we stop to look for them. But I have gone on for too long about this already. I must be boring you. Shall we talk about something else? Surely there are more interesting and relevant things to discuss. Who the AFA? Ah, yes, I suppose that you wouldn't know. They were only active for the years surrounding the conflict, after all. The AFA was the Alliance for Allah, serving under Mullah Sayyid Jazirir, a coalition of right-wing Middle Eastern governments that assembled after the failure, some say sabotage, of the United Islamic Conference. They looked to a weakened Europe and saw an opportunity, one that my country was entirely responsible for creating. So they invaded Europe, but Russia was to blame. Yes, I cannot blame the AFA for acting as they did, and ultimately they chose the same path that any hawkish power would have taken, given their circumstances. It would have been foolish of them not to. My country, on the other hand, was guilty as sin. We were the ones who blazed the trail. So, take it they lost? No, my friend, they did not win. The AFA folded in 37 after Jazirir's assassination. A lucky thing for us too, the body count could have been a great deal higher. And the years that they were active, the AFA gave us a hell of a fight. I'm so tired of talking with you, but it's been nice. But yeah, I gotta go. Okay, so what we've learned here is that in the early 2030s, Russia declared war on Western Europe, left Western Europe destabilized, at which point seems like the Middle East unified under a Islamic state of sort, took advantage of the chaos to try and push in, and Russia managed to redeem itself. Seems actually rather topical. I got you. Yeah, dark room, crap everywhere. Welcome to my sanctuary, V. I apologize for the lack of light, but as I did not need it, Gobbet took the bulbs for use elsewhere. How can I be of assistance? Just want to see how you're doing. I live. I am among those who can make use of my services, and who are not attempting to claim the bounty on my head. Is that not enough for now? What's it like being a ghoul? As you wish. You are my benefactor, and as such I yield to you. Ask then. I will do my best to answer. How do I know my team is safe? Because I give you my word that I will not harm you or anyone else on the team. I am a man with a disease, not a mindless beast. My word is my bond. Aren't you a cannibal? And you kill people. Does that mean you will kill me? The rest of the team? I think not. I do not eat human flesh because I enjoy it. I do it of necessity. Tigers hunt because it is their nature. So too it is with me. Is there a cure for what you got? If there is, it has eluded the best doctors in Shanghai and Hong Kong. The rest of the world has fared no better. If they had, there would not be substantial bounties upon ghouls in every major nation. From what the doctors tell me, the disease will not kill me. I will live with it until I die of some other cause. But I will remain a blind cannibal until that day comes. They say that strong-willed individuals can hold off mental degradation indefinitely. If that is true, I pray that I am strong enough. How else has it affected you? Aside from my heightened senses of smell and hearing, I am stronger, tougher, and more resilient than any mundane human. I can achieve feats of physicality that are normally restricted to adepts and those with extensive enhancements. These, as well. As sharp as any small knife, I prefer my sword, but in a grapple they come in extremely handy. Do you still need to sleep, or... Ooh, can you turn into mist? If I could, believe me, you would be the first to know. Unfortunately not. My condition has enhanced my body, but it has not granted me any mystical powers thus far. Seems stable. I need to give my voice a rest, so... You're pleased? Why'd you pick the name Gaichu? Ah, it's the Japanese for ghoul. I like the idea of reclaiming a name. Turn weakness into strength. You have pretty badass armor. What are the Red Samurai? Renraku's Military Special Operations Division, the most elite that the corporation has to offer, on par with some other elite dudes. Red Samurai, world-class soldiers assigned to only the most difficult and important missions. Are they going to come looking for it? Of course they are, but not for the reasons that I assume. Okay, what do you mean? They will come looking because he was bound by duty to commit seppuku rather than flee. Ah, yeah, so he was a Red Samurai. Apparently they didn't agree with him becoming a ghoul. I would love to talk to you about this, but I don't want to do it right now. I'm gonna go get that job from Kindly Cheng, and then I'm gonna take a break. I'll continue recording after my break, but it'll be a new episode for you guys, so... well, I should probably... I need to talk with people. So much dialogue in this game. I mean, I read a lot, but I probably read more playing this game than I read in books. Let's see. Do you have any new stuff? Don't think so. Chain lightning, is that new? Or did I just suddenly get enough money for it? Damage 12. That's a pretty interesting ability. Only AP 1. But it's Chain Lightning 1. I'd prefer to have Chain Lightning 2. Any upgraded things yet? No. Thanks, Crafty. Yep, see you around. Let's go talk to this sailor. I'm just curious. Actually, one second. Do I have... What's my karma? bum. So, chi casting. I do have some chi casting abilities. Can equip killing hands. Can equip mana fist. So I could have some melee abilities. How do I get those? I don't know. Sailor, what's up? Dreams, bad dreams. Yeah, I've had the bad dreams. Yeah, everyone has them. Any leads on why they're happening? Talk to Crafty. You've already talked to Crafty about them. What about the dude who was here before? Okay. Oh. There's a smuggler. What's he got to say? What do you want? Just trying to make connections. Yep, bad dreams. Know what you mean. Yep. Yeah, we're all dreaming the same kind of things. Pretty sure it's coming out of the walled city. Evil spirits, poison key. You're not gonna get trapped here. Fine. Yeah, guys, go away then. Good luck. Hope you guys manage to get out of town. It's a pretty crummy place. Gotta go back here. Hey, handsomely. Hopefully. Hard thing to celebrate, but what you say is true. Perhaps it's for the best. Oh, good. Handsomely's not a total shit stain. I'd love to talk to you about your past, but I'm just tired of talking to people right now. I want to get on with things. So, let us go to the Mahjong Parlor. Hello, Dr. Shenyang. Pleased to meet you. Chang was kind enough to arrange this little sit-down between us. You can call me Dr. Chen Yang. Why are you named after a city? I'm a doctor, and I'm from Shenyang. You slow or something? Sorry, I didn't mean to offend. Nah, you're okay, kid. You ain't from around here, so I'll let it slide this time. Now, you're gonna shake my hand or what? Yeah, sorry about that. It's like shaking hands with a boneless ham. Sure, a long, uncomfortably flaccid handshake before he finally releases you. I'm looking for a little outside help on a problem I've been having. Ordinarily, I'd handle it myself, or have some of my friends see to it, but it's kinda delicate, you know? My guys would be noticed before they made any headway on my problem, so I figure, hey, I had contractors all the time. Might as well get some contractors of a different stripe. Okay, what's the problem? I run a little film studio, Southern Crown Films. We mostly do trid work, but we record some sims too. Maybe you've seen some of my stuff. Space Mongols from the Moon, Flavor of Pomegranates, Ultimate Kill Squad. I like the sound of Ultimate Kill Squad, but no, I can't say I've had the pleasure. Too bad. I'll send some over to Cheng so you can take a look. Anyway, this is other guy in the industry, and we've been butting heads since day one. Name's Neville Ma. He runs Yellow Spring Studio. No matter what I do, I can't shut him out of the biz. He always manages to get one over on me, steal my stars. He's been running me into the ground with a show called Promises in Moonlight. The star's a girl named Penelope Wong. No talent, but the viewers have gone nuts over her. She's the show's linchpin. Hang on, I'm getting there. So about 6 months ago, Neville was out in Guangzhou for some hoity-toity party. He's on the road, probably drunk. Semi comes out of nowhere and pow! Wrecks his fancy new Eurocar Westwind. Bad luck for Neville, good luck for me. I figure, hey, that's the end of him for the year. I can start planning some new stuff. He can't compete with me from inside a hospital. You follow me so far? Let me guess. He's competing with you. No, worse. The bastard is out of the hospital. He's back in the game, bringing out Season 2 of Promises in Moonlight. I need that show off the air, one way or another. And that, my friend, is where you come in. How long did it take him to recuperate? I tell you, kid, he should have been in the hospital for at least 3 months. And in physical therapy, a lot longer. Only took him a week to get out. Couldn't freaking believe it. That kind of medical care costs top dollar. He's got a lot of money, but not that much. Recovery time like that means one or two things is going on.
Neville could have found himself a silent partner, someone willing to pay top dollar for cutting edge care. I don't think it's likely, but it could have happened. If it ain't that, the smart money says he's been skimming off the top of Yellow Spring's earnings and not reporting it to the other shareholders. You want me to take a look into that? I need you to go get me something to blackmail Neville with. Find out how he could afford to get out of the hospital so fast. He works at his penthouse most days, so search his computer, closet, sock drawer, whatever. There's got to be something incriminating in there. Yeah, okay, where is it? Neville lives in the Repulsed Bay. It's this real swanky joint on the south end of Hong Kong Island. But the bay with the same name. I haven't been able to get anybody in to poke around his apartment because the security's too tight. Luckily for you, though, Neville's throwing a party on the mezzanine level with all the shops and a restaurant and balcony and such. He's celebrating the second season launch of the show, and everyone's going to be there. Going to make a real snarl for the building security. You might also want to hit up the party if you can bluff your way in. Everyone close to Neville will be there, and most of them will be 3 sheets to the wind by the time you get there. Some discreet questioning might get me the dirt that I need. And remember, if you go to the party, don't use your real name. Go with Argyle. Should be safe enough. There's nobody in the biz out there with that name, so nobody's going to ask any questions about how your work's going. Hit the apartment, hit the party, dig up blackmail. Sounds pretty easy. Oh, yeah. Chang talked you up when I approached her with the job. Given what she told me, this job should be cake. Now, the blackmail material's what I need more than anything, but if you can get Penelope Wong out of her contract, I'll pay you extra. Got it? I want that star power on my side. One last thing. I don't want you starting a scene while you're there. You interrupt his party, make a mess, trash his apartment, I'm not paying you. We clear on that? Yeah, we're clear. Good. I can't have Ma knowing that I'm after him. In my business, everybody's got dirty tricks. But if you make it public you're using them, that's it. My career's as dead as the People's Republic of China. Nobody will work with me ever again. So don't embarrass me, eh? No mess, no guns. Got it. Oh, you can pack heat. Just don't kill anybody at the party or in Ma's apartment. You gotta fight, you find somewhere else to do it. If security gets on you, do what you gotta. I'd rather explain a few bullet holes than a pile of dead Shadowrunners. Got me? Yep. Good. You pull this off, I'll recommend you to all my friends, too. Okay, we got a deal. Good man, that's what I like to hear. When you're done, drop Chang a line. I'll come back. I'll come meet you back here, and I'll hand over the money. You better not shaft me, dude. But, okay. Kindly, you got anything to say to me? So you tell that little pustule that Auntie Cheng isn't fucking happy. You get it? Not happy at all. Don't tell him I'm displeased. Don't tell him that I didn't take it well. Tell him I'm extremity chopping mad, and if he doesn't get what happened to ye to happen to him, he'd better get his head and his ass wired together and get me that payment. Today. Was that message clear enough, Mr. Bao? Yes, Miss Chang. I'll explain things to him in terms he can understand. Ah, our newly minted Shadowrunner. How are you taking to your role, V? Like a duck to water, Auntie. I had no doubt, my sweet. I have a nose for talent. And how is Mr. Gunshow dealing with his new life? Don't worry, I have my eye on him. Very good, my dear, very good. Now, was there something specific you came to see me about? Just checking in. Pays to stay in touch. I agree, yes. Personal contact gets results. I have some good news for you. One of my people successfully planted a wiretap on the police's special duties unit. If news of your foster father or the plastic-faced man reaches them, it will reach me as well. So far, your foster father has proven a difficult man to find, and the plastic man is elusive. He's clearly someone who knows how to stay out of the public eye. But I have my network running, working day and night, and I still have some favors that I can call in if need be. We'll find them both. It's only a matter of time. Until then, go about your business. I'm sure more work will come your way any moment. Now, I have some pressing business to attend to. The kind that ends in parentless children. I'll talk to you later. She's like crazy. I'm just gonna kill some people's parents, you know? People don't need parents. Parents is overrated. Woohoo! And you send me up. Woohoo! Birdie, 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 birdie. Oh, let's go talk to the adept dude. Dude who sells like mad cool stuff.
Spider Shen, Spider Shen, Spider Shen. Let me take a look at your wares. G casting, mana fist, nerve strike, and killing hands. Ba-bam. Unarmed damage increased by a further 4 for 3 rounds. Okay, so that's in a pinch. An attack that does low damage but slows the target and reduces their aim. A powerful magical punch that pierces up to 4 armor. Nah, I'll pass on that. Thank you, that's all for now. Let's go decide what mission we're going to do. Why are you still standing around? Go get your life together. Yeah, you do think about what I said. I'm an important man around these parts. I shoot lightning bolts and stuff like that. I'm very important. So, we're going to choose our mission, get spec'd out, and then I'm going to stop the video, and we're going to start our next video in the mission itself. And for me, again, I'm going to do this one thing. So, I'm only going to write a poem, I think now, about each mission, not about all the episodes where I'm just talking to people. Let's go do the looting one. And well, I love Gobbet. Gobbet's always got to come with me. Isobel, in case there's good hacking things. And then it's between Ractor, Gaichu, and Duncan. Having a rigger has special benefits sometimes, and drone control sometimes allows for specific things to happen. So there's that. That being said, I'm kind of curious to see how well he does. He's definitely got better combat stats. Well, no, let's go with Ractor. Yep. Yeah. So, we're traveling in. We're going to load up our gear. I'm going to save the game. Take a break. Come right back. And record another episode. I'm hoping people are enjoying this series thus far. If you are, please do hit a like. Please do hit subscribe. Please let me know in some way. And let me know if there's any other games like this that you would like me to play. So, I used to be able to give you spells. Oh, am I confused? I must be confused. Am I the only person who doesn't have any health packs? Oh, that's probably a bad idea. Try to stay out of combat in this one, maybe? Oh, I love that grenade launcher. Okay. Let's confirm. Okay, and that... Oh, game is auto-saved. Goody good. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode thus far. I'm just going to leave it here. Stop the recording. Again, please do hit the subscribe button if you want to see it in my future videos. Please leave a comment. Please somehow communicate with me. And if you're willing, please share videos like this to anyone you know who might be interested. I'd really like to start building an audience, and it's important to have support from community in doing that. Regardless, take care of yourself, be well, have a wonderful day, and you'll hear me when you hear me.